He's having a massive coronary. Okay, we're going to take him to the hospital.
Oh, Pop.
Please do not call me Pop. Pop is for champagne or soda water. I'm your friend. And alas, your father. I am not Pop. Everything is going to be all right, Jenny.
Don't call me Jenny.
Get the oxygen, please. You want to count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
We got it, Pop. Look. From all those letters we wrote, all those million interviews, I'm appointed a special assistant trainee for the Honorable Robert DeSalva, District Attorney for the County of New York. I'm one of 278, but I'm one.
Pow.
And after that, I'm coming home and practice law with you. Parker and Parker.
I see that you got your name first.
We won our bet, Pop. We didn't cheat anyone. We kept the rules.
Jenny? Jenny?
Yes, Pop?
Want to rest next to your mother. Don't forget.
Not for 100 years. I
Keep
swear.
the rules, Jenny. I know they're a pain sometimes, but they're all I have to leave you.
Don't need anything but you, Pop.
I love the law. Practice it well, Jenny. It's the only thing between us and the Furies.
Hurry! Hurry!
Apologize for the many security checks you've all suffered this morning. But the safety of the witness, Carl Stell, and the sanctity of the people's case against Antonio Granelli is, at this moment, the most important project for the office of the District Attorney of New York County.
Well said, Mr. DeSalva.
Oh, shut up, Ben. What the hell do you think this is, a rehearsal for a wedding?
Please excuse me, sir. It's the most important day of my life, and I fouled it all up. I got the number 9 crosstown mixed up with the number 6, and instead of being on the west side, I ended up on the... No.
Jennifer Parker, trainee assistant.
I'm terribly sorry.
Please don't whine, Miss Parker. Take a seat.
Thank you.
So welcome to the District Attorney's office. Maybe some of you will learn something. Now, the courtroom is where the action is. Don't hang from the stars yet. Because you people We'll be living in a world made up of subpoenas, research mainly trivial, law libraries, and still more law libraries. Life in the courtroom is an ultimate, not a beginning. But half a dozen of you may run errands and do other thunderous duties during the Grinelli trial. Oh, dear God. She's not only late, she's earnest. All right, Ben. Pick 5 more for me. Assign them and swear everyone in. And God save the people of the state of New York.
The trial of the decade is about to begin this morning. I'm reporting from the Tombs where Carl Stell, whom the press calls the Singing Canary, is being brought to testify against Antonio Grinelli, the grand master of organized crime. Stell's testimony is the foundation of the state's case against Grinelli. The readiness of Stell to testify against his former employer is a major triumph for District Attorney Robert DeSalva, who promises double and triple the normal security precautions to protect the witness.
Now, Mr. Stell, what other business are you aware of that Antonio Grinelli was involved with besides loan sharking?
You name it. Like on the docks, Mr. Grinelli kind of has a major vote with the union. Likewise, the garment industry. Mr. Grinelli is also into gambling, record piracy, linen supplies.
Very industrious man. Now, Mr. Stell, what happened the evening Antonio Grinelli told you he wanted the Ramos brothers killed?
Objection.
Overruled.
You may answer the question, Mr. Stell.
Mr. Grinelli tells me to invite the boys, Eddie and Albert Ramos, to a little party.
I'm going in another direction.
Mr.
It's been
Grinelli,
done for a long time, Michael.
A long time ago.
talk a little business down at the Pelican. That's a very private beach club.
What happened then?
I picked Eddie and Albert up and drove them down to the parking lot. Mr. Grinelli was there, like he was waiting. When the boys got out of the car, they started to call Mr. Grinelli an old man, a sick old man. Mr. Grinelli grabbed my gun. I swear he hadn't done any piecework in 40 years. He went crazy. He cut them in half.
You witnessed the defendant, Antonio Grinelli, shoot to death in cold blood
Objection.
2 human beings
Your
because
Honor,
they had withheld money
objection,
from him.
Your Honor.
He's trying to inflame the jury.
Sustained. Come here, Mr. DeSalva and Mr. Moretti. Knock it off, Bobby. Don't try that in my courtroom again. You want to run for senator? Do it on your own time.
No witness for cross-examination.
Your Honor, it's now almost noon. I prefer not to have my cross-examination interrupted. May I request that the court recess for lunch now, and I'll cross-examine this afternoon.
All right. This court stands adjourned until 2 o'clock.
I want to get to the lunch right now.
Mr. Salva needs cross-examination to open up any new questions. Mr. Salva, can I ask you a question? What do you think Mr. Moretti
Mr. DeSalva wants you to give this to Carl Stell. Moretti's going to try and tear his testimony apart after lunch. And the chief wants to make sure Stell's on top of these dates.
I'm delighted he remembered me.
You were late. That he remembers.
ID? Right this way, miss.
Mr. DeSalva would like you to look this over, Mr. Stell.
Don't stare at me like that, lady. I ain't no corpse.
Who paid you to give that package to Carl Stell?
Paid me? Nobody paid me.
You just walked up to my witness and delivered this?
One of your staff gave...
Which one of my staff?
Your secretary, May Turpin. The nice
Find
lady
this May
that
Turpin.
works for you.
No.
May Turpin has been with the DA's office for over 20 years. How much were you paid?
Are you accusing me of...
Accusing you? Lady, I haven't even started with you. By the time you get out of prison, you'll be too old to enjoy that money. Too old to breathe, to eat. Too old to live.
I received no money. I have absolutely no knowledge of... I'm being set up.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but this intramural bickering within the DA's office is getting us nowhere.
Mr. Grinelli should not be kept hanging around the courtroom.
Bobby, is Stell still willing to be cross-examined?
Cross-examined? I doubt he'll even answer to his name.
If I can't cross-examine the prosecution's chief witness, Your Honor, I'd like to move for a mistrial.
Did you tell Stell he can be held in contempt?
Stell is more scared of them than he is of us.
Can't we wait for May Turpin? She'll clear up everything.
If May Turpin climbs to the top of the building now naked and sings Melancholy Baby, it won't change the fact that Stell won't let me cross-examine him.
I'm afraid this court has no alternative but to grant the defense's request and declare a mistrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I want this. Held for obstructing justice, for tampering with a witness in a capital case, for conspiracy.
Wait! You can't prove a single one of those charges!
Just you wait.
No, not one!
Miss Parker, I'm going to request that the appellate division undertake an investigation. And if it feels the circumstances warrant it, to begin disbarment proceedings against you.
Your Honor,
I would suggest you get a lawyer, Miss Parker.
A number of bombshells exploded this afternoon, and all over the Grinelli murder trial, so cunningly crafted by Manhattan's exuberant DA Robert DeSalva, rumored to have ambitions for the United States Senate.
The people's case against Antonio Grinelli was destroyed by the criminal actions of a former employee in my office named Jennifer Parker.
You louse. You're hanging me without even a hearing.
A further macabre incident occurred when May Turpin, a secretary in the DA's office, accused by Jennifer Parker as the person who gave her the frighteningly symbolic canary, was killed by a truck while returning from lunch to the criminal courthouse. The driver of the truck claimed that the woman walked in front of the truck. Two witnesses corroborated his story. The driver was not held.
My only witness.
The governor has stated that unless the assembly makes drastic budget...
God help me. This is a creepy town. Oh, Bob. I'm so scared.
Miss Parker.
Right. I mean, yes. Did you?
Yes, our executive committee looked over your resume very carefully.
I wouldn't require a lot.
You're quite a public figure, aren't you?
I'm not disbarred yet.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're dripping.
Adam, dear friend, partner, beloved brother-in-law.
You want me to run for the Senate?
Of course we do. If DeSalva holds on to his party leaders and gets their nomination, our leaders would be foolish not to turn to you, a brilliant lawyer, distinguished member of the bar.
I have done a lot of joining.
2 years, the United States Attorney's Office, war hero, decorated in Vietnam.
Please, Seth, you're making my teeth hurt. I'm not going to crucify this Jennifer Parker person to win an election.
You are leading the investigation of her.
An investigation, not a lynch mob.
DeSalva's blaming her for all the world's ills.
Including the plague and acid rain.
Nail her, Adam. Finish the lady. It's worth at least 250,000 votes.
And 30 pieces of silver?
You'll do the right thing.
I guess I always do the right thing.
Melvin Halleck, attorney at law. This is Crispus. No. I didn't make out your bill. No. Look, Mr. Halleck's on the phone. He's the one you got to talk to. No, I don't know what you should have been charged. Wills vary with the... Well, I think you talk money, too. You sure you want to work here?
I'd like to work anywhere.
Get me Leo Rubin.
Mr. Halleck, I sent you my resume.
Oh, great. Another unemployed lawyer. You look familiar. Oh, well. It isn't true. You're her. The Canary Girl. Bob DeSalva's Folly. You want a job? I bet you've been to 100 places already.
I don't need a super salary. I can work late. I have all kinds of credentials.
Got one from Bob DeSalva?
I remember the old days, Michael. I remember how when people who thought they were dying, they would call out, I need a priest. Get me a priest. But no more, Michael, no. Nowadays we scream, I need an accountant. Hurry, Mama, I'm going fast. Get me our chief accountant.
Put a great effort in this, Mike.
There's too much legit money to be made today without screwing around on nervous rackets. Muscles from the multinational corporations. The key to all that's banks. One bank in Liechtenstein. Takes over a sweet little bank in Trenton. From Trenton, we pick up other banks. Here. Home runners ownership in Europe. You see the figures.
I may be getting old, Michael, but, I can read. I can still think, huh? Mm-hmm. You're using our laundered money to buy more money, eh? To buy the banks, eh? Buy the world.
Yeah, a fat hunk of it, anyway.
War, eh? You want us to phase out the loan sharking, the numbers, the unions, so we get out of Vegas, Atlantic City, we even sell off our narcotics, eh?
It's powder keg money. They'll blow up in our faces one day. Please don't be nostalgic. Looking back, it's the raging hookers whose pimps have walked away. People get ideas. They see their leaders get old. They wanna hurry them along.
Roger on my side.
I'm a pussycat.
You're a cobra. But you're my cobra. Salute.
Yes?
I'm an attorney.
So, you're the Adam Warner of Needham, Finch, Pearson, Warner, a most prestigious firm.
May I come in?
You people go back as far as...
Wigs and snuff.
I applied to your firm personally. I drafted my resume personally. I took a subway.
Personally?
I find nothing remotely amusing about any of this.
No, you're right. There isn't. Miss Parker, I think I have you at some disadvantage.
You sure do.
I can wait until you change.
No, you can't.
Miss Parker, I'm a member of the disciplinary committee of the New York Bar Association. I've been assigned to...
Slice me open like third-class mail? The door's here. No, better still, the window's over there. Sir, please get out of here. I swear, I'm all out of blood.
Robert DeSalva can't get you indicted on any criminal counts at this point. But he does want you disbarred.
I've asked you to leave, Mr. Warner. Now I've asked you to leave 3 times. If you don't, I'm going down the hall, borrow a ladder from a friend, climb up as far as I can, and punch you in the face.
Please don't do that. I'm essentially a nice man.
You're a hatchet man.
I'm only the person who finds and reports. I've been going through your life for 4 days now.
That's 5 too many.
Dinner
No.
with cordiality
Same answer.
and lots of questions, objective questions.
I'm going to say yes, because I'm very hungry for food and vindication.
I can promise you food.
I never congratulated you on my mistrial.
I won't try you again.
Does that girl, what's her name?
For Jennifer Parker?
Ah. Does she suspect you set her up?
No.
That was a Thomas Colfax contribution.
He's a maestro at such matters.
That lady we owned on the DA's staff.
May Turpin.
Any problems?
No. Colfax tells me that was a real accident.
Of course. You know, that Carl Stell was an animal. It was not my contracts.
There was 100 contracts out on Stell. So, the man was killed by acclamation.
I should have put a contract out on him. Perhaps I am getting old, huh?
Oh, I agree. No, Mrs. Dessa. Please don't worry. I've got my 2 best operatives working on your case.
I'm sure we'll have news of your husband any day now. Mrs. Desser, I'm going to have to ask you for a little bit more expense money. I mean, I could care less when you pay, but it is a state law, and I'm liable to lose my license. No, don't mail it. The mails are terrible. Listen, I'm supposed to be in your neighborhood. Just let me check my calendar here. This afternoon, as it turns out, on a charity case. Well, one does one's bit. Okay. So I'll be by. I'll see you this afternoon. That's it. Bye-bye. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Kenneth Bailey. What can I do for you this morning?
I came about your ad. You're Ace Investigations?
That's right. Come in. What's your scam?
I'm an attorney.
And you want to rent office space here?
I want to go into business for myself. I have to go into business for myself.
Your rent will be $90 a month.
I could buy this building for $90.
Well, maybe we can work out a deal. 50. And then when your business gets rolling, we'll talk about an increase.
I'll take it.
I'll need the $50 up front.
Can't.
You can't.
I have survival money, that's all. But I know I can handle it. Carry me for a month or so. I'll pay you the full $90 once I get going.
How about 40? A paltry 40 bucks, counselor.
Sorry, I can't handle it. For now.
Wait a minute. You ever serve summonses? Stinks. But a pretty lady has an edge. They're less apt to break your legs.
Sounds wonderful.
I can get you some summons work. But you'll have to pay me the rent from the first dollar. Understood?
Done. We're on our way, Mr. Bailey.
Don't get excited. We're not partners. Oh, by the way, we split the fees.
You recognize me, too.
I do watch TV.
And you still want me here?
I'm desperate, too, lady.
I'll be back.
Do you like roses? One of the longest stem roses in the entire world.
Do they have thorns?
I suppose so.
Then I'd suggest you take them one by one.
You're rough.
Strangle any canaries lately?
Do I have to call a cop?
Oh, would you like to witness a cop being beaten up?
You would, wouldn't you?
Anything to impress you?
You think that would impress me?
I didn't set you up. You should take these flowers.
Why?
I think you received one of the bummest raps I've ever seen or heard of.
People think you bought me.
But you and I know better, don't we? I can't regret it. Saved my client from a legal lynching.
A lynching?
What would you call it? Mr. Grinelli was convicted by the press and the public and the media long before he was even indicted, and I resent that. I resent DeSalva using this trial to jack himself into politics, too. I hate lynch mobs.
And I hate criminals.
And be a jailer, not a lawyer. We got a long way to go together, counselor.
And I think the governor will support your nomination.
hates my guts, Charlie.
But he'd rather see you in the Senate.
Where I can't bother some of his people. Still, Charlie, I don't know.
Listen, Bob, you owe it to the decent Italian Americans of this city. Filth like Grinelli grab the headlines and the rest of your people take the rap. Let's put it right.
You want me to make my name more Italian?
Now, your face and character are good enough. I think Adam Warner's a cinch to get the nomination on the other side. He'll be a strong opponent.
If Warner can nail Jennifer Parker, I'll vote for him myself.
You hate the lady that much?
More.
Come on. Oh, no. Hiding is over, pal. We made a deal yesterday, remember? Here's my office. Where my summons is. Where the hell is my life? Stop it! Oh, no, you don't. Come on. No, you don't. I'm going to sober you up, understand? We're going to get our office sorted out, understand? We are going to be in business. Now, listen to me, partner. Whatever's bugging you is irrelevant. Nobody insists that you be happy. Happiness is a candy word. But sober, clean, and orderly you can be. I listen to you, lady. Oh, you're good. You're a good baker. Now, let's get you to fake living for a while, okay? Where's the coffee? Drunks always have coffee around. We have a lot to do around here.
You're very strong.
Just desperate.
You're astonishingly beautiful.
Thank you, Ken.
I think I want to die.
Later. You can die later.
For Mr. Moretti.
Thank you. Now, please return the rest to Mr. Moretti and tell him I'm allergic to roses. His roses.
Mr. Moretti has a case for you.
He what?
Well, he says you haven't been disbarred yet, and he has a case for you.
Who's the client?
His name is Mulva, Cyril Mulva.
Cyril Mulva?
He's no one. There's 500 up front, and there's 800 to follow.
Mulva. Cyril Mulva is a Brooklyn loan shark who specializes in taking over small unions.
He's entitled to a lawyer.
You tell Mr. Moretti I'm a lawyer, not a fixer. You tell Mr. Moretti what's left of me is not for sale.
Bravo! Bravo!
Don't do that. Mr. Moretti is a fine man.
Here's your half of the Rabinowitz summons.
How did you tag old Rabinowitz? He's pretty agile.
I cornered him in the men's room at the old Flemish bar.
The men's room?
Well, he was ducking me all day. I got sore.
You're getting pretty good at this.
Have to be. I may never practice law again. Adam Warner's trying to be fair, but I did deliver that damn canary. Now, one more week until the decision. One more joyous week.
You see a lot of Warner?
I've answered a lot of his questions. He's a nice enough guy.
And desperate to be senator.
He seems ambivalent about that.
A kindly perception. You like Warner, don't you?
Guess so.
Even if his committee recommends disbarment?
I believe I'd want to kill him. Ken, what am I going to do if they disbar me? What?
Don't know. I'm weak on survival.
What do you think?
Would Madam like to have an aperitif while you're waiting?
I'd like 3 right now. Better cut it on.
Hello, Sam. A bottle of Dom Perignon 75. Iced and waiting.
Champagne? Does that...
Parker, you are free and clear. You are judged innocent of all accusations of wrongdoing.
Oh, boy! I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm grateful.
I would have vehemently recommended disbarment if the evidence was there, but it wasn't. It's fine. By the way, you look lovely.
Thank you.
To Jennifer Parker, attorney at law, now and forever.
I feel numb and wonderful. You had real doubts about me at the beginning, didn't you?
Yes.
Salva is going to have a seizure.
Pity.
My being vindicated, will it hurt your campaign? I mean, I'm still a heavy in the public's eye.
The public's eye, Jennifer, blinks and looks elsewhere. It's a blessing for politicians. We have no children. My wife is really better with adults, successful adults. Funny thing, our marriage is dead. The desire is still quite strong. Imagine feeling guilty about one's own wife. My God, marriage can be a lonely business.
I think, Mr. Warner, you're probably sitting on a volcano. Do you have any fun?
No. I mean, not in the convulsive sense. I don't roar with laughter or howl at a ball game. I don't shiver over a piece of music or go bananas over a work of art. And I don't like to kill fish or wound deer.
Anything?
I sort of conduct a rap session, storefront style with some veterans from Nam, but you can't really call that fun.
That seems like a strange enterprise for...
Rich folks?
No,
Well, that's all right. Some of us rich folks were the real losers in Nam.
Why?
Well, we had more to lose. We really believed.
Will you campaign for the Senate on believing?
No. No, I'll campaign like everyone else.
And that is?
That is that the past is not relevant and that the future is bright. May I see you again?
Why the hell can't I look at you superficially and be bored?
Now you're a locksmith.
Whatever.
This is all wasted, you know.
I don't think so.
I don't want you in my home, Mr. Moretti.
Oh. Then I don't want to be here.
This is too easy. What's next?
Well, since privacy seems to frighten you, why don't we try a public place next with lots of people and lots of safety?
No.
Then I'm afraid there'll be more roses.
You said a public place, and that'll be that?
You decide. See number three? Number three right here?
Yeah.
That's the Rangers policeman.
You guys are no good at
Out there, he'd get killed.
No. Every team has a policeman. It's a player who's sitting just as an enforcer.
I see, an enforcer.
Yeah, the player is sitting by the coach when his players are getting roughed up. In goes the policeman, and it generally tends to sober up the other team.
So why are they fighting?
Both teams send in their policemen.
Come on, kill him! Rangers, bunch of sissies!
Just ignore him. He just wants the attention. That was beautiful.
I see nothing beautiful.
No, you will. You got to stop thinking. It's not a mental experience. It's for your body. Believe me, you got the appetite for this.
Come on, get the ball, angle him!
Come on.
Bring out the best in people.
Come up, Felton, back to Staten Island. All right!
Hockey seems to make people hungry, doesn't it?
All sports do. Excuse me? Me, I don't know. I tend to get hungry after sex.
Sex?
Well, stimulation. It stimulates. Hey, back of the line, Charlie.
Yeah, well, if I see Charlie, I'll tell him.
No, back of the line, Fatso.
Hey, why don't you go?
Oh!
I think your friend's sick. You want to be with your hot dog?
You just hit that man.
Give me 2 hot dogs, 2 beers, heavy on the sauerkraut all the way around, and a double order of French fries.
You just hit that man.
That thing a man? Do I have to explain the meaning of this word to you?
Like you just did to that gentleman?
Whatever.
Yes? Oh, Ken, for Pete's sakes, I'm still sleeping. What?
Say that sentence again. Client? C-L-I-E-N-T? I'm there already. I'm client! No money.
Afraid not?
I'm afraid not.
You got me down here at dawn for a case with no money.
It's a case.
Ken, Father Ryan, rich lawyers do charity work. Super rich lawyers do conscience law. Poor lawyers, no, strike that. Impoverished lawyers do not work for impoverished clients.
Well, you're not impoverished. We're serving a lot of summonses.
Ken counts like an optimist. In his world, there is only income, no expenses.
Well, Ken is Irish. Abraham Wilson is the son of one of our parishioners. His lawyer withdrew from the case yesterday.
You can get a lot of exposure on this one, John.
Exposure I've had.
Abraham is finishing 10 years at Sing Sing for armed robbery. A few months ago, he killed a fellow prisoner named Raymond Thorpe. They're going to try him for murder. They intend to go for the death penalty.
They claim he beat the man to death.
Do you know if there were any witnesses?
I'm afraid so.
How many?
Oh, about 100.
It happened in the prison yard.
Oh, terrific. Now, just what is it you want me to do for no money?
Help Abraham.
A thrown-away mistake. A miserable, unreachable misanthrope.
But still a child of God.
God seems to have lost his name and address, Father. My name is Jennifer Parker. I'm an attorney. Can you see me?
He's been in solitary confinement.
Father Ryan asked me to see you.
That hunky do-gooder.
Come sit down. Is there anything you need here, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah? You interested?
Do you want to tell me what happened?
Hey, you're looking for my life story, you gotta pay me for it.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do to help you unless you help me. I promised Father Ryan I would at least come and talk to you.
That's mighty white of you, sweetheart. Very white. You sure you won't change your mind about us? I got great credentials.
Do you hate everybody?
Tell you what, doll. You crawl into my skin. And I'll crawl into yours, and you and me will rap about hate. We'll rap about hate as long as we live.
Do you want to tell me your side of the story, Abraham?
I killed a hunk of slime.
Why did you kill him?
What difference?
Maybe your life.
He was coming at me with this chunk of hardware.
Please don't try and con me. Prisoners don't walk around with chunks of hardware.
Get the hell out of here, lady. I didn't send for you. And don't come around here and bother me no more, here? I'm a busy man. I'm busy, here? No souvenirs here, lady. This is real. This is black. This is real.
Of course. Yeah, yes, Dave. Yeah, right. Yeah, I understand. Hey, I'll take care of it this afternoon.
Tell me, could a convict in here get possession of a deadly weapon?
Miss Parker, there are 1,240 convicts in this place. And some of them are men of great ingenuity.
Any examples of this supposed ingenuity?
I think we have some samples in the goodie box.
Could I take a look at the goodie box? All right.
Hopefully not the jurors. Jennifer.
This was not his case. He took it himself. He wants another shot at me.
You won't be facing any kid assistant DA with acne and moist palms. You'll be facing me, Parker. I'm gonna have your eyes, ears, nose, and throat. I'm gonna ram your face into the law, Parker. The law. Remember the law.
It doesn't frighten me.
If you thought you were white before, lady, take a look at yourself now.
What's this?
Who do you think sent it?
Anybody.
Abraham Wilson has confessed to the murder of a fellow inmate in the prison yard, Raymond Thorpe. But even if he had not confessed, we have witnesses. More than 100 witnesses who saw Abraham Wilson murder that defenseless man in cold blood. Cold blood. Without the excuse of emotions or passions. Cold blood.
Every man has the right to protect his own life. If Abraham Wilson had not acted exactly as he did, he would be dead. I ask each of you to remember one thing. Under the law of this state, the prosecution must prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the act of killing was not committed in self-defense.
Self-defense. Your Honor, would you please direct the defendant to rise?
Does counsel for the defense have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please rise?
There's a court clerk here, Mr. Jaclyn, who is 5 feet 7 inches tall. The exact height of the murdered man, Raymond Thorpe. Mr. Jaclyn, would you please step forward and stand next to the defendant? Now, would you both please turn and face the jury? Self-defense.
There have been killings in prison before this case, have there not, Warden Patterson?
Well, when you lock up hundreds of violent men together in an artificial environment, they are bound to generate a great deal of hostility.
Has self-defense ever been a motive in any of those prison killings?
Sometimes, yes.
So, based on your vast experience, it is entirely possible, is it not, that Abraham Wilson was actually defending his own life when he killed... I ask if it's possible, yes or no.
But it's highly unlikely.
Your Honor, would you please direct the witness to answer the question?
The witness will answer the question.
Yes.
Thank you. If the court please, I have subpoenaed from the witness some material I would like to present as Exhibit A.
What is it?
It is called a goodie box.
Did you say a goodie box?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just what's in it, Miss Parker?
Weapons. Weapons that were made in Sing Sing by the prisoners
Objection.
for the purpose of
I'm willing
showing...
to make allowances for the inexperience of my colleague, Your Honor. But there is no evidence to link anything in this so-called goodie box to the case being tried before this court.
This box proves
This box proves nothing. The state objects to the introduction of this exhibit as immaterial and irrelevant.
Objection sustained.
Your Honor, the ground has been prepared for introducing this evidence. The district attorney prepared it himself.
What? I never allowed any statements...
Would the court stenographer please read the statement beginning with, more than 100 witnesses who saw Abraham Wilson...
Your Honor, are you going to allow this to be...
More than 100 witnesses who saw Abraham Wilson murdered that defenseless man in cold blood without the...
That's enough, thank you. Those are your words, sir. More than 100 witnesses who saw Abraham Wilson murder that defenseless man in cold blood. The key word, Your Honor, is defenseless. Mr. DeSalva has left an open door for us to pursue the fact that the victim might not have been defenseless, that he might, in fact, have had a weapon. Whatever is brought up in the direct is admissible in the cross.
I believe Miss Parker has a point. You did leave the door open, you know.
But only in the narrowest sense.
The court will allow the evidence to be entered as Exhibit A.
Thank you.
Relax. She's won nothing, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, for days now, you have been hearing how Abraham Wilson wantonly attacked Raymond Thorpe, who stood only 5 feet 7 inches tall. I believe with total conviction, the only motive that justifies killing someone is a man fighting to protect his own life. You have heard Howard Patterson testify that murders have occurred in prison, that convicts do fashion deadly weapons. So it was possible that Raymond Thorpe was armed with such a weapon. It was possible that he was attacking the defendant, and the defendant, trying to protect himself, was forced to kill him in self-defense. When I first looked into this box, I could not believe what I saw. You too may find it hard to believe. But I ask you to remember that this box was brought here by the assistant warden of Sing Sing prison. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a collection of confiscated weapons secretly made by Abraham Wilson's fellow prisoners. No, I'll do it, thank you.
Objection! Your Honor, I protest this tawdry theatrical display. It's behavior unbecoming a member of the bar. Your Honor! Objection! I protest...
Mr. Wilson, did you kill Raymond Thorpe?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you tell the court why?
It's gonna kill me.
Is this the weapon that Raymond Thorpe threatened you with?
Yes, ma'am.
And when he came at you armed with this, you were forced to kill him in order to save your own life?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Your witness.
Raymond Thorpe attempted to kill you with this?
Yes.
Doesn't look very lethal at all. It looks to me like a tin pair of tongs. Even if the deceased had been able to hit you over the head with this, it might have caused a small bump. So exactly what is this?
Testicle crushers.
Oh, there they are. Miss Parker?
Miss Parker.
Come on, give us something.
We're all pushing deadline.
Bye.
One more, please. I won. I wanted you to know first because I'm practicing law again because of you. Well, I haven't disturbed you, have I? A drink? That sounds special. Of course. How do I feel? Pow!
It's a steal. We get 2 glasses of wine and a sail around Manhattan.
How much is the steal?
$35 a piece. They also throw in some cheese.
Cheese? Oh, they're gonna lose money on me.
Ah, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Aren't you the man that's running for,
He's running for the United States Senate.
Yeah, sure. You're Warner.
How do
Hey,
you
my
know?
wife's all for you.
And you?
I haven't made up my mind.
Well, when you do, vote early and often. Congratulations again, Counselor.
Thank you. It's a lovely place to celebrate. Do you have any problems in being seen publicly with me?
Not as long as it stays public. Being seen with an astonishingly beautiful woman never hurt a politician.
Oh, boy. Astonishingly beautiful?
It's too flowery.
No, not at all. My partner, Kenneth Bailey, calls me all kinds of outrageous things. But he's Irish.
he sure is. I like him.
You know Ken?
Oh, yes. Yes, we used to use him a lot. He had good grades in law school, but he never took the bar. A dedicated researcher. He told marvelously droll stories, particularly when...
Oh, it's all right. I know about the drinking. But I think he's stopped for good.
I hope so. His wife was dedicated to keeping him off the sauce.
Ken was married?
Oh, yes. To a lovely, fragile redhead named Nancy. I think she was even more vulnerable than Ken and desperately in love with him.
Go on, Adam.
You have a lovely person in Ken.
Adam, I'm not asking you to gossip, but it is important to me.
Well, she came home one afternoon. She'd been visiting her mother in Teaneck. She came home earlier than anticipated.
Naturally, there he was in bed with another woman.
There was a man in the bed, and 3 days later, Nancy killed herself.
Poor Ken. I guess he's still waiting for the hyenas to come down from the hills.
We all wait in the dark, one way or the other.
One way or the other.
Something wrong?
Of course not.
You've been glancing at me.
Not at you, at us. I mean, all of us.
I see. You sure you weren't looking at me?
Of course not.
What's wrong?
I was staring at you. You make me anxious.
Anxious?
An expression from home. Anxious meaning... anxious.
She can see you tomorrow about 10:30.
I'll try to make that, Mr. Fabricant. If I'm interested, I'll give you a call. Hold on.
Of course you're interested. Fabricant's big. He's only slightly dishonest. Lays off a lot of steady trial work.
Steady trial work?
Jen.
Out there.
I'd be delighted to see you.
Yes, Mrs. Jaclyn,
Right.
sorry. Yeah. Oh, sure. We'll
Yes?
see you about 12 then, okay?
All right.
Well, of course she knows about negligence law. My partner knows everything.
Hold on. Go easy. We want a case, not a country. Yes?
Yes. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye. Parker and Bailey. That's it. Hey, come here. You got big plans for the weekend?
Not big.
Already? He's much too real for you, Jennifer.
Real?
Real. As in don't.
Don't worry, Ken. My weekend is going to be made up of lots of rest. And on Sunday, I'm going to hear some Vietnam vets rap a little.
On a Sunday?
They worked on Sundays.
True. Good night.
See you later.
Hey. Thank you.
For what?
For helping me with the Wilson case.
rape. I did the raping. And now this dung, they throw a couple of dollars at a sewer inspector. Fountain of plenty to come bubbling up.
I didn't come in and listen to a lot of morons. It cost me $1.50, man, to come and rap with you jokers.
Listen, pals, we're spinning our wheels if we come down here and shove each other around. Hey, stop it, Senator. I'm no senator yet. You'll make it. You guys always do. I sure hope so, but I'm not campaigning here. I'm here. You're here to work out some problems.
You gotta have a life before you have problems.
That's right. I agree. It stinks. We had a miserable war. We had a miserable homecoming.
You made points, Charlie. We got shafted.
Right. Let's unshaft us. That's why we're here. Hey! They're shutting us out. Don't you understand? We're worse than dead, man. We're ghosts. We're everything that went wrong. We're the ones that made all the problems. We are the problems. The Lord is my shepherd. Yeah. He leadeth me to me life. He instructed me to rape and pillage. He restored my hate. He always It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. All right, you'll be all right. Go on home. I'll see you next week. It's all right, fellas. It's all right. Okay. It's all right. You're safe now, Jimmy. I promise you. It's all right, Jimmy. Should have kept you at the hospital a while longer. We'll go home now, then a visit to the doctor. Dr. Wiley's a good guy. He likes you. Then maybe we'll take a drive up the old Storm King Highway. Yeah? Hudson starting to smell sweet now. Sweet. Guess you're biting all the way upstream up near Poughkeepsie.
Across the river, Grand Mountain. Some kids are always getting lost up there. Maybe we can help them out a little bit.
Why do men dress so quickly and women stay in bed?
I think it's because we want to strut around afterwards. Strutting is better with clothes on.
I want to strut too, Adam. Can I borrow your sweater?
It's not to keep. It costs $250.
$250 for a man's sweater?
How about $250 for a woman's sweater?
Very reasonable. Listen.
Listen to what?
A billion things. I'm so glad we drove out here, Adam. Found our inn. It's all right. I'm not expecting you to charge about sorting out your affairs, moving your life around to make room for me. I expect nothing except you.
More coffee, Michael?
No.
Cigar, Mike?
No, thank you.
Give them up?
Yeah.
You used to enjoy your good Havana.
I did.
Health?
Futures.
You don't think that Liechtenstein-Trenton bank deal can work? You should have come to see me with your outrageous ideas.
Oh, you I come to see with conventional ideas. Dreams I go to see Mr. Grinelli. You know, Mr. Grinelli is an after-hours friend, Thomas. We discuss life, girls, football.
And changing the whole operation.
Dreams, Thomas. Busy dreams.
Michael, remember, I'm still the family counselor.
I remember.
And you'll please remember to clear things with me.
I'll
Getting anywhere with the Parker girl?
I've seen the lady once since the trial.
Twice.
Well, she might be useful to the organization.
Always business, eh, Michael?
Thomas, do I frighten you?
Not now, Michael.
Or maybe someday?
Maybe later.
Wait till you see it, Adam. Here it is. And a fireplace. Although not countryish, it can throw off a lot of heat.
So can you.
You make me anxious.
I intend to.
In the kitchen. It starts to cook before I get home. It wants to prepare wonderful dishes for us.
You're the only wonderful dish.
It's only noon.
Only noon? You make it sound like an old married couple.
I wish we were an old married couple. I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to say that.
Remember, Miss Parker, I adore you. You're a magical person. Some of it has rubbed off on a very grateful fellow. Want a drink?
I'm so lucky.
Give you so little.
Better you absent than anyone else present. Honest, Adam, I understand.
Maybe sometime.
No. No promises. I'd rather have no illusions than broken promises. All right? Ken heard you speak last Tuesday.
Oh?
Yeah, said you were wonderful. Said you made a lot of sense.
So?
Said you mentioned your work with the Vietnam veterans.
Are you a little disappointed in me posting?
Are you a little disappointed in yourself?
Well, Seth Needham, you know, one of my partners, said he thought I should mention it, you know, in passing. I think you are a little disappointed in me.
I have no objectivity about you at all, sir. None. Probably destroy me in the end. Want to see the bedroom? Mrs. Warner, thank you for inviting me. I admire Vladimir very much. He also frightens me. Oh? I mean, his work is so lonely, so... I'm jabbering. Just jabbering.
Nervous?
Yes. Mrs. Warner,
Me too. I thought we'd have tea on the terrace. Adam doesn't know that I've invited you here. I just wanted us to talk. You must love Adam very much. It's a wonderful thing to love that way. It gives a sometimes chaotic existence focus. Cream? Sugar?
No.
That's why I asked to see you.
I think you must be the most civilized person I've ever met.
I suspect it's easy to be civilized when one is examining the past.
Is it the past?
Very past.
I want you to know, Mrs. Warner, that neither of us planned to... Oh, damn. What a weary cliche.
I haven't run into an original triangle yet, have you?
No.
I think I fell in love with Adam the first time I saw him. We both had the same friends, went to the same parties. In our rarefied circle, it was inevitable that we would get married. Oh, don't misunderstand me, though. I still remember adoring Adam. And I think he still remembers adoring me. But people change, don't they?
Yes.
I feel brand new. You see, I'm very much in love myself. Oh, don't look so startled. It can happen to the faithful wife.
Did I look startled?
You did. I was going to get the divorce immediately, but for Adam's sake, I decided to wait until after the election. It seems to be a close one. A divorce now could seriously hurt his chances, especially with some of his hardcore supporters. So for his sake, I decided to delay it. Oh, but forgive me, is that agreeable with you?
You're more than accommodating, Mrs. Warner.
Jennifer, just one favor, please. Let me release Adam. Let me let go. All right?
Of course.
They are still trying for the perfect poster. This one looks like a toothpaste ad.
Adam, it's you.
That's what troubles me. Drink?
I thought the evening went very well.
Charity and politics. The ultimate couple.
Oh, Adam, don't be so cynical.
Not cynical, Mary Beth. I mean, charity is the final debasement of society. Politics, well, surely the quintessence of sham.
Oh.
So, charity and politics. God's double-barreled answer to progress.
Thank heavens you don't talk this way in public.
But I do. It's just so couched in middle-class rhetoric that people actually think I'm a safe candidate.
But you are safe.
Mary Beth, you are not being kind.
Adam, I'm for you, even more than you are. Adam, you still find me attractive, don't you? You and Jennifer Parker. I've known about it for some time.
Mary Beth,
Please, Adam, let me finish. I know that our relationship has not been everything, well, that we hoped it would be. Perhaps I've not been as good a wife as I should have been. But I'm sure we'll both agree that emotionally we're all run out.
Nothing that happened is your fault.
Please, Adam. This is very embarrassing for me. You know that I admire you far too much to ever hurt you. Despite your liberal meanderings from time to time, I believe you have a brilliant political future. Our association is obviously making you miserable. If Jennifer Parker can make you happy, Adam, and make you politically productive, I want you to have her.
What about you?
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I have plans. Very nice plans, actually. I think you'd approve. We'll talk about them one day. Well, after all, I am a constituent. Oh, Adam, don't look so stricken. What I'm doing is the best thing for everybody. It's even good for me. How about that? There are no villains, no losers. Everybody wins.
You're remarkable.
Thank you, my dearest Adam. I will always be your best friend. Always. Do you know how long it's been since you held me in your arms? You wouldn't have to say you loved me. But would you? Would you like to hold me one more time and make love to me?
You want to make love now?
Even sooner. Oh, Adam, come on. If sex were everything, we'd be the happiest kids in town. So what do you say, Senator? How about it? For one last night, let's forget about marriage and remember affection. And Adam, the room is paid for.
Let's go. This place is surreal. You've come a long way in 3 months, Counselor. We have an office bursting with business. Cabs tend to evaporate at this hour.
Bus goes right by our office.
Bus? You just landed another sweet, juicy case. You're taking us out of the bus business. Oh, look at this view. Our next office is here, okay? This one.
Listen to this, Ken. District Attorney Robert DeSalvo, running hard for the U.S. Senate, claimed that a wave of greedy young lawyers is washing over our court system using methods that are abhorrent to...
Enough already.
Well, he did everything but name me as one of the...
Calm down. This hustler's just running for office. Last week he claimed that Adam Warner was soft on organized crime. Come on.
I think it's important that Adam get to the Senate.
For who?
Ken, last night there was a package at my apartment.
Later, pal. Tell me about your admirers later. Come on, let's get a cab.
Later.
You look beautiful.
Here I am, as requested.
Thank you.
You could have come to the apartment, Adam.
I know it.
I have no secrets from you.
No secrets at all.
I've been coming down here since I was a kid. I never get tired of it. When I'm in the city, I sometimes start my jogging right here. I think, in a way, it's the loneliest place in New York.
Lonely people like lonely places.
You know, the East River isn't a river at all, Jennifer. It's a channel. Did you know that?
No.
I mean, it doesn't start out like a river. It has no mouth, no basin. I don't know, it's just not a river.
I believe you.
Mary Beth is pregnant.
You?
Yes.
What, questions am I supposed to ask? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, do you still sleep with your wife? Been unfaithful to me? I mean, it's bizarre. I don't even have the right.
You have every right.
I've been faithful to you.
Jennifer, you break my heart.
There's no one else in all the world that I love, Adam.
And you. I know it sounds ludicrous after what I told you, but it's true.
I think maybe it is true. But it doesn't mean anything.
Mary Beth and I came home one night, both a little drunk. The subject was you. It was. We were talking about divorce and friendship and all good things for all of us. It was a healthy conversation.
Oh, I'll bet it was.
Please, Jennifer, don't. It's bad enough.
Bad enough? What a childish expression from a grown-up man. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. I'm hurting terribly.
Jen?
Please don't. Don't!
Mary Beth is not going to be difficult. It's just that she doesn't want to do anything now, during the campaign. The pregnant wife of an oncoming candidate deserted, it would be fatal.
Her words are yours.
Jennifer, it just means waiting.
There will be other elections, and others, and others. Mary Beth intends for you to be president one day. She does. She intends to be Mrs. Adam Warner forever, an active Mrs. Warner. So it's over, Adam.
No.
I love you, but go home. You have a wife, a child on the way, and an extraordinary...
It means nothing.
If it meant nothing, this conversation wouldn't be taking place. Adam, dear Adam, you have a wife, a real working wife. She's brilliant. She took me. She rolled all over me. And that's good. Good for a senator's wife. Hold on to her.
come back.
What happened?
Some misbegotten cretin. Hit and run. But he missed most of you.
Did they get his license?
No. Someone thinks they can describe the car, but it was dark.
I'll never find him.
You. Out. This young lady's got arrested.
But I'm family.
Out.
I'll be back tomorrow, darling, okay? And tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow.
I'll be out of here tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, young lady.
What's the big deal, nurse?
Miss Parker doesn't seem to be married.
So?
Are you her...
I'm her partner.
Whatever you say. Dr. Goodman wants to see the next of kin. Are you at least that?
At least that. What's the problem?
Your partner almost had a miscarriage.
Jennifer's pregnant?
Let's go see Dr. Goodman.
Come on, you can do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So far, voting turnout 12 and in the tightly contested race for the Senate seat in New York State. This network's poll indicates a major victory for Adam Warner. We go now to the Commodore Ballroom where Warner supporters are beginning to congregate for the anticipated victory celebration. We can make out the candidate's wife and close associates, but so far there has been no word regarding Adam Warner. And now to the Edison Hotel, the headquarters of Robert DeSalvo.
It's a very
Too bad there's no death penalty for losing.
Hey, don't shut it off. Let's see him concede.
Don't want to see him do anything except...
Well, no. The baby is going to make an exit.
Oh, I'll take him, Mrs. Mackey.
Well, first he has to get above.
You take him, Mrs. Mackey. Bathing kids is not my strong point. My expertise ends at frolicking.
Oh, boy, look at that face. Cake and all. I love it. I'll see you in a minute, okay?
Here, Josh. One for the road. Good night, Josh. Well, let's watch the next senator act grateful and humble.
No. I really don't want to know too much more about winners and losers.
Well, Adam Warner is the real loser. To have a child like Joshua and not even know it. If it were me...
We agreed not to discuss Joshua's father, ever. That child is adopted by me, legally.
Okay. You shut him off. But if you shut him out...
I'm sure trying. Sometimes I think I'd be better off with an animal like Michael Moretti. A simple, straightforward lifetime brawl.
Jennifer, please, stay away from him.
I'll try, Ken.
Look, I'm gonna go upstairs and kiss the kid goodnight.
I'll be up in a minute.
I hear you're tough, Parker. You don't look it.
I hear you're tough, McGuire. You look it.
A broken nose is all you need. Coffee?
No, thank you.
Some good Irish whiskey.
No.
Connie Garrett case. A couple of years ago, right? The lady supposedly hit by a truck. As I recall, she lost the case and the appeal.
We're going to file for a new trial.
Really? On what grounds?
Complete disclosure. I'm requesting a reopening on failure to disclose all relevant facts gathered by both parties.
Oh, yes. The business about the brakes. Parker, you would have to prove that the same truck involved in the accident had a faulty brake system.
All we have to prove is what a bad safety record those trucks have generally, and that you did not reveal the established fact that some models were defective.
What is it that you're proposing?
I have a client in her early 20s who's sitting in a room she'll never leave for the rest of her life. Although you and I know that there is no settlement that can compensate.
Parker, the only thing that you and I know together is that you want money for your client, and I don't want to give you a dime from my client. What kind of settlement are we talking
$2 million.
about? Well, that's a great deal of money for somebody with no case.
If you force us to go back to trial, we're going for $5 million.
Are you sure you don't want a whiskey?
No, thank you.
Sit down. I haven't said no.
You haven't said yes either.
$2 million is a mountain of money, Miss Parker. Now, if we were talking about a lesser amount, I might... You really want $2 million, don't you?
I really want $5 million.
All right. I suppose we might be able to arrange something. Now, I have to leave for London in the morning, but I'll be back next week. Now to serious business. Lunch.
Why don't we wait? You can hand the check to me over a beautiful chef salad. You can still float through doors.
No security let me in.
For how much?
Nothing. Client of mine bought this building. Good price.
Before Ken and I moved in?
Afterwards. Property was greatly enhanced. Do you think about Adam Warner these days? I think about you a lot.
Michael, you're much too brilliant, much too sophisticated.
Do you want something so bad?
You're pursuing some kind of fantasy, some illusion.
You don't have to answer every phone to be a success. Do you know that?
Please don't touch me like that.
Parker. You're about ready to explode.
Michael, please don't come to this office again.
You want me to come to your house?
No.
That's why I came here. Well, I've kept you from your work long enough. Jennifer, your phone's ringing. You should answer it.
Your health counselor?
And yours. How was London?
Always wonderful. For me, I mean. For the English, not so hot.
Good to see the menu, Mr. McGuire.
Thank you, Paul. It's true. One tires of London, one is tired of life. Samuel Pepys' diaries.
Samuel Johnson. Did you bring the check? Remember, we want $2 million. We don't want to go back to court, but we will.
You can't go back to court, Parker. You can never go back to court on this one. The statute of limitations is up today.
But we had a deal.
We had nothing. Too late, counselor. Court is already closed. Sorry, friend. There just ain't no justice between lawyers.
How about a writ staying
Can't
implementation?
get a writ on statute of limitations.
Even for fraud?
There is no fraud. Just my stupidity. Connie Garrett counted on me. Did you check the dates? Maybe McGuire...
Today is it. Damn. We just had 6 more hours. 5 even we could file.
If we had 5 or 6 more hours, we wouldn't be sitting here looking for a miracle. We'd be presenting a check to Connie Garrett, a lovely fee for us, then a holiday to celebrate.
A holiday? Where would we have gone?
I don't know. Maybe Hawaii. I always wanted to do Hawaii.
And so, gentlemen, sic transit Gloria Jennifer Parker, attorney at law. Who? Oh, it's the Parker lady. Probably wants a job. Okay, put her on. Hello, Parker. You missed a great dinner. I see. You had a very productive evening anyway. Still want to settle out of court? Well, I don't blame you. Really? Still only want $2 million. Now listen, Parker. I've gone along with this farce long. You what? You what?
I said we contacted a lawyer in Hawaii. Hawaii. The 50 Estate. A most distinguished law firm in Honolulu. Honolulu. A large city of the United States where it is 6 hours earlier than New York. I think he's having a massive episode. Mr. McGuire, of course it's legal. As legal as your statute of limitations. My, such naughty language from one of our distinguished attorneys and globetrotters. Relax, McGuire. You could still win this in court.
Didn't I say we'd work something out when I got back from London, Miss Parker?
What'd you say?
Didn't I?
And after the settlement, you can go back to London. After all, McGuire, when one tires of London, one is tired of life. Goodbye, counselor.
Yahoo!
Hey, Sorry, but the bigger the firm, the more prattle. We'll settle it nicely.
Adam Warner keeps moving. 1 year in the Senate, and they've just made him chairman of the subcommittee on organized crime.
He'll do well. This guy, the legal aid people ask us to see. Scanlon?
Yeah, Jack Scanlon. Ugly stuff. 4-year-old girl, $500,000 ransom. Still, the girl wasn't hurt.
I don't like kidnappers, Ken.
Let's find out if he is a kidnapper, okay?
This is Scanlon.
Thank you.
Not yet.
Thank you for coming, Miss Parker.
I've done a very foolish thing.
And you did commit the act? You call kidnapping a little girl for ransom a very foolish thing?
I didn't kidnap Tammy for ransom.
Why did you kidnap her?
My wife, Evelyn, died in childbirth. People today don't realize how many women still die in childbirth. Evelyn wasn't strong. Our doctor advised her not to have a baby. She didn't listen.
So she had the baby?
They both died. It was like neither of them could afford to pay God's rent to stay here. I didn't want to go on living without her.
And, Mr. Scanlon?
A few days ago, I saw a little girl playing on the street. It was as though Evelyn had been reincarnated. She had her eyes, her hair. I must have been out of my head. And I thought to myself, this is the daughter Evelyn would have had. This is our child.
Please don't do that, Mr. Scanlon.
I wouldn't have harmed that child for anything in the world.
What about the ransom note?
I didn't send a ransom note. The last thing in the world I cared about was money. All I wanted was little Tammy.
Someone sent the family a note.
The police keep saying I sent it. I didn't.
Did the story of the kidnapping appear in the newspapers before or after you were picked up by the police?
Before, I remember praying they would stop writing about it.
So anyone could have read about the kidnapping and tried to collect a ransom?
I don't know. All I know is I want to die.
Then you don't need me. Talk to me, damn it. I dragged myself all the way up here when I should be going home. Talk to me, Scanlon. Give me something.
Something? I was born in North Dakota on a farm. Such a poor piece of land. Nothing much one to grow on it. My mother's buried there. Seems the dust is always spitting on her grave. I know the Bible says it's wrong to speak evil of your parents, but my father was a frightening man. If I did the least little thing he thought was wrong, he'd whip me with a leather belt that had a big brass buckle on it. You have a family to go home to?
A little boy, that's my whole family.
That's enough. Ma'am. Do you think anybody will ever hold me tight and say, I love you, Jack Scanlon?
I promise you, the man belongs in a hospital. Scanlon needs care. At least, sir, move him out of that jungle. They'll kill him. Kidnappers are animals, even to animals. The man needs treatment.
Scanlon is a kidnapper. Ransom or no ransom?
Jack Scanlon is a decent man with an indecent upbringing. You know he lost his wife and child?
So it seems.
Look, move him out of that place. I'm not asking for bail.
I'd love to be in front of the judge when you did.
I said I was not asking for bail.
Jennifer, keep it down, will
Keep
you?
it down? I have some poor heartbroken wreck squatting in Manhattan Correctional with 100 guys dying to put a shiv in his heart, and you tell me to keep it down.
I cannot request hospitalization for every criminal awaiting trial.
Oh, Mr. DeSalvo, let the doctors have a look at him.
Let you know.
Let me know? And that's all?
Afraid so.
Your Honor, her husband's testimony clearly proves that my client was indeed damaged emotionally as well as physically by that faulty, badly rigged scaffolding.
Jennifer. Jen.
And with that emotional damage has come a sense of deprivation.
Jennifer.
I feel a sense of deprivation myself.
I beg your pardon, Your Honor.
You were making some telling points, Counselor.
Could we...
I suppose so. Court's adjourned till 3 o'clock, if that's all right with you, sir.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
I'll see you at 3. What's going on? What's going on? I was sailing toward a verdict.
Jennifer, our Scanlon is not Scanlon.
Who is he?
His name is Frank Jackson, age 38, born in San Francisco. His father was a pharmacist. His mother ran off to Canada with a mortician. At age 14, he broke into his father's storeroom, stole all the drugs he could get his hands on, and split. Sent to reformatory. Over the last 10 years, he's been arrested on charges ranging from pimping to armed robbery. And 5 years ago, Jackson kidnapped a 3-year-old girl and sent a ransom note. 2 months later, the girl's body was found in a wooded area. She'd been raped.
Thank God DeSalva didn't buy my hospital plea. Let's get to a phone. Come on.
Parker, you convinced me. I bought your watery story. I had him transferred for psychiatric evaluation. I did. He slashed one guard, almost killed another, and escaped. That's right, Parker. Your misunderstood, frightened little fellow is out. Out there in my town. I listened to you,
He believed me about Scanlon.
Lady? Where are you, lady? Come on, girl. Lady? Oh, God. Mrs. Mackey? Mrs. Mackey? Oh, my God. Mrs. Mackey?
He took Joshua. I tried to stop him. I tried.
Yes?
I just wanted to make sure you got home all right. 'Cause I made you late the other night.
Where's my son?
He's a beautiful boy, isn't he? He looks like you. And he cries a lot. He shouldn't cry.
Please. Please, I'll do anything.
You've already done everything. You were so nice to me. Then you had me moved. Moved. You knew what they'd do to me in Bellevue. You knew that they'd steal my brain, pump the blood out of my body. You took my case so you could have me destroyed.
Please. Please, I tried to help you.
I'd like to hear you cry.
Parker, I promise you, everyone is trying.
Don't you understand? That man is going to kill Joshua, and nobody's doing a damn thing.
Parker, everyone is in on this. They've got the bus stations, terminals, airports, all locked up.
Anything?
From what the FBI says, not yet.
We know all about the FBI, the police. We race from agency to agency, so don't tell us about them. What about you?
Parker, we're trying to be cooperative. We're not, strictly speaking, an apprehending agency. If they get Scanlon, I'll crucify him. I'll bury him.
If they get him...
Jennifer, Mr. DeSalva came down here tonight and answered your...
Please, Ben. What can I do?
Mr. DeSalva, the boy is 2 years old.
I've got kids of my own.
But your kids are home. Look, I know you have a whole network of informers out there, informers that you do business with. A district attorney of Manhattan cannot function without a conspiracy of deals. Oh, you're not gonna help me, are you? You still hate my guts. You're gonna let my little boy die.
It's all right, Chief. She's hysterical.
What should she be?
Help me. The FBI doesn't have a clue. The police are nowhere. DeSalva's enjoying himself.
You should go home and get some sleep.
Will you help me?
Do you want someone to drive you?
Ken's waiting downstairs. Do you think there's a chance?
Sure there's a chance.
This one is expensive, Michael. More than money. You lose up favors, big favors.
I'll pay back. I think we're almost out of time.
Maybe not. People like Jackson, they like to stay in the papers. A little while anyway. You do know, Michael, an army of nobodies has to be alerted. Nobodies are trouble. They have to be watched forever. Every hooker, every waitress, every numbers runner, every vendor, every pimp, every cop on the street who's on the take will have to be alert. If Jackson is visible, he'll be found. The little boy, that's different. That's sad.
Thank you, Mr. Grinelli.
Work with Tom Colfax on this. He has certain useful contacts.
He won't lift a finger.
Michael, I lift a finger. Thomas follows.
Right. Keep in touch.
Are you enjoying this, Thomas?
It has certain elements of drama. So, Captain Childress, what do you got on a thin blonde fellow who looks like Jesus?
Frank Jackson's life story. I'm delighted to do this for you, but the FBI has the same material, and my boys are using it to track that sicko down.
Well, you and I read people differently, Captain.
Much appreciated, Captain. Much.
Much appreciated. Okay. No, keep looking. I don't sleep, you don't sleep.
You're a good young fella. You're too good. It's not you I despise, young fella. You're pure now. If you go back to those people, you won't stay pure. I'm gonna keep you pure. Mommy. Mommy's in hell, boy. She's deep in hell. She's in hell.
Yeah.
Captain Childress's files gave us a break. An old cellmate of Jackson's. A close friend in stir. I think he still loves Jackson.
That's heartening. Where are you?
You should help us. You should help your Frank.
I've never been gonna friend yet.
Shut him up. Come on, get your feet down and lighten them up.
Please, I don't want to be no eunuch. I don't want to be no eunuch.
If you become a eunuch, sir, I'm going to remove your right eye. And you're going to watch me with your left. So you're still going to be able to look into a mirror and see what is left of you. Right now.
What do you want? I don't know where he is.
He has a sister.
Where?
Lives near Coney Island. She loves him.
That's nice. That's true, you will love him. Now, where does this work? And I want the actual address, please.
Where you going, Clara?
None of your business. The night's take is $8.48. There ain't $10 worth of crap in the whole joint unless you're queer for garbage and brown water.
We don't want nothing but you.
This is a rape job. Be my guest. My doctor's treating me for gonorrhea.
Where is your brother?
You got no brother.
I need to know where Frank is. Clara, you ever thought of going through life without any of the functions that could allow you to kill yourself? Because it's a life without movement, sight, or hearing. It's a life in a black, silent world. It's a life, Clara, that won't even allow you to hear yourself howl at God to end it. You're still young. You got a lot of years of silent screaming left in you. I need to know where your brother is.
Dear God, I've come home with a prodigal son. We've both come home to you after a journey of deep darkness and cruel white light. Pray, boy. It's time to go home. Pray. Boy, it's no time for tears.
Get the kid.
No. No. No, please. No!
Anybody tells you to go to hell, Louis, just tell them you've been there.
Love you. God, I love you, pal.
Joshua is very handsome.
Yes, he is.
I think he'll sleep for days. Sweet dreams. I love you.
It always starts small. A tip, another tip, and then work, and more work.
Did Jackson put up any resistance?
He had a deadly weapon and the child. You don't ask questions.
Did you have to use the SWAT team?
Bello, Michael, bello. He gave it all to the cops. Quanto sei bello. You're good. So damn good.
There's no thank you big enough.
Yes, there is. Enjoy your wife. Call me.
When, Michael? Tomorrow?
Even if the cathedral drifts out of sight, you'll remember it. Just the other side of your heart.
Why, Michael, you're an authentic romantic.
Surprised?
Is that why we checked in and started sightseeing immediately?
We're not just sightseeing. Starting the day together. Slow. Easy.
Why, Michael? Why Paris?
Oh, I like the scenery.
And you need scenery for an affair.
No, it's helpful for a love affair.
Can't promise you that.
I promise you.
Get an Hermes scarf for Ken.
You only gave me 10 days.
I could only get away for 10 days. I promised Joshua I'd be back.
I've always been fond of this hotel. Obscure, quaint, expensive. Paris is a great city for expensive. Quaint. Yeah, I've always enjoyed myself here. Of course, the owners want us to have dinner with them.
Are they old and distinguished?
Oh, they're killers. You know, I just have to see those gentlemen. You want to go on up? I'll be finished soon.
Are they, business associates?
Sometimes. Excuse me. Buonasera, che cosa dici? Come stai? I'm sorry. It took longer than I thought it would.
You look angry.
No, I wasn't. It had a happy ending.
Certainly wouldn't want you angry at me. I'm going to change my clothes. Why should I change my clothes?
Say you love me. Say it.
I want you, Michael.
Tell me you love me.
Want.
Tell me.
Want.
Tell me.
Parker and Bailey. She isn't back yet. Could you hold on, please? Parker and Bailey, please hold. I'll tell her that you called. Mm-hmm. Thank you for holding. May I help you? She isn't back yet, but I'll have her call you as soon as possible.
You know, I liked everything better before.
Before what?
Before we got successful, I think.
Boss, go away. We're very busy.
I liked you better before, too, when we were still friends.
I'm an employee now. Don't have to be friendly. Parker and Bailey. She's still out of the country, but I'll have her call you as soon as she gets in. Parker and Bailey. She isn't back yet. I'll tell her that you called.
Oh, I arranged tickets for the Met on Tuesday. Yeah, Pavarotti's doing Bohemian. Thought afterwards we could have supper with Sardi's.
Michael, we've just gotten home. It was lovely. You're a wonderful companion and an expert lover. But we're home. I have a child, a career.
Her luggage, Louis? On me a career.
Look at that tiger and the boat. Oh, and that Jeep.
What do you want in there?
What? What? Joshua wants the big Jeep with the canoe on top. And the tiger and the giraffe.
Well, then why don't you buy them for him?
My parish can't even afford a FAO Schwartz catalog.
Think.
Yes, right. But after you get him those things, and after he gets tired of them, which will be in 3 months, then you can donate them to my parish.
Wonderful. Father Ryan, God's very own con artist.
An honorable role.
Are you all right? You look fine.
Fine. Hey, let's go buy the Jeep. The big one, okay?
All right, let's go get that Jeep.
There's a fish. You want that too? You want it all.
He knows what he wants.
Wants it all.
And maybe a giraffe.
You can have it all.
Hello.
Hello, Adam. Senator Warner, this is Mrs. Mackey and my friend Father Ryan.
An honor, Senator. Nice to meet all of you.
And this is Joshua.
Hi, Josh.
Mrs. Mackey, take Joshua into the store. I'll be in there.
Let's go.
Hey, don't leave me behind.
Bye, Josh. Bye, Mrs. Mackey. Father Ryan.
Now let's go get that Jeep.
I heard you moved back to town. Thought you liked the country.
Mary Beth prefers the city.
I've been reading more and more about you.
I've been following your career. You've been seeing Michael Moretti a great deal.
Adam, putting a tag on Moretti is not up to your standards.
Not my tag. He belongs to the Senate Committee on Organized Crime. I'm merely the chairman of the subcommittee.
Is that your daughter, the little girl?
Yes. Moretti is totally without scruples.
Mother's lovely. And your wife's still beautiful.
And that little boy?
Mine?
Yours?
Adopted, but very mine.
Jennifer, Moretti's a mobster. Camouflaged, protected, but still a mobster.
He's a fine lawyer.
I need to see you.
Your wife is waving.
Mary Beth's a great waver.
Goodbye, Adam.
Is it so easy to say goodbye?
Guess so. It's the damn reunions that hurt so much.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning.
Anything?
Oh, yes. Johnson called about lunch.
We are due at Jennison Salters in 7.5 minutes.
They can wait.
No, they can't. We requested the meeting.
But they wanted it settled.
Jennifer, you set the time.
Get off my back, will you, Ken? I've got more to do than nursemaid.
All right, Jennifer. Ease up. I'm not the one that got us all these clients. I'm not the one who's complicating your life.
No? Of course you didn't. I don't know. So much happening.
Jennifer, please. Moretti will eat you alive. He's up to his eyeballs with the mob. Some people say he is the mob. Some people say
Some
that...
people are jealous.
Me? Jealous of Moretti?
Why not? He's a brilliant lawyer. Powerful?
And altogether male.
That's not what I said.
I know what you said. Still, I do love you, Jenny.
My father called me Jenny.
God. I feel so funny. Nobody looks familiar anymore. Everybody seems to have gone away.
That jungle out there has a way of looking ordinary for a while,
And then it reminds you of its terror in most original
He died peacefully. It was Mr. Grinelli's fervent ambition to die well.
Oh, no one dies well. And they will all stumble into the dark like crippled beggars.
Pretty bleak picture, Michael.
You got a brighter version?
Don't die.
Who drew up the new will?
I did, of course. And the will is good. Valid, witnessed.
I know what Mr. Grinelli had in mind, Thomas.
What he had in mind, Michael, is not what's on paper. You know why Grinelli shifted on you?
Oh, there was no shift.
He saw a brilliant man, an Iron Man, turn into a sloppy, lovesick fanatic. Understand, you really confused Mr. Grinelli. First with that science fiction scenario about going quasi-legitimate. Second, your sentimental use of an entire apparatus to catch a punk.
Jackson, a punk?
You used the entire organization because of a lady. Michael, Mr. Grinelli loved you. He also pitied you.
He okayed the operation.
He reluctantly allowed it. He felt he owed you your weakness. If he'd lived, you'd have been a guest in his house, but not a star in his organization. Michael, you're not out. You're too talented to be out. There are dozens of matters I can use your talents for. Michael, she'll destroy you.
Jennifer Parker is mine, so is the organization.
Don't start a war with me. Mr. Grinelli is dead. He can't help you.
No one but God can help you.
You were supposed to meet me at the Manhattan Club. We had a date with Judge Fischetti. Remember? Don't worry. I handled the meeting with Fischetti all right.
Naturally.
Come on. Let's get out of this paper factory. I'll drive you to my house. We can still see Joshua before bed.
Why?
Because you love him.
Kids love anybody that feeds them, plays with them. Want a drink?
When did you start?
Alcoholics don't start. They merely continue. Come on, Iron Pants, have a drink.
Oh, Ken. Why? Please tell me why. I'll understand.
You'll understand. You sanctimonious fraud. What will you understand? You understand me? You understand going home at night, Finding the same slipper in the same spot, on the same stain, on the same frayed rug? Do you understand coming home and finding yesterday's heartbreak staring at you through cankered tears? Do you understand loneliness and silence? Do you understand gay bars and happy couples? Do you understand leaving those bars still alone? Yet for a while I had you. Joshua. At home. I thought I had a home. But I've got nothing. Nothing. You come back from Paris with your ties and your scarves and what else? What else, Jennifer?
That was months and months ago.
What else did you get me? Distance. Distance. A whole new Jennifer. No longer my friend, my partner. No. You came back from Paris with Michael Moretti. Moretti, the puppeteer.
Oh.
Moretti. He pulls the strings.
God.
Oh, how can you be with that man?
Stop it! Don't!
God, Jenny. Jenny.
My dear, sweet Ken. My sweet, sweet friend. I love you so much. You're right. I didn't understand. Come home. Come home to your family. We'll say goodnight to Joshua. Then you'll have a nice bath and a proper dinner. And we'll talk. Remember your St. Francis. Remember he said that heaven lies at the gates of hell. Remember. Come on.
Morning, Mrs. Mackey. Where's Joshua?
In his room. He's having a giant time with those blocks Mr. Bailey bought him.
Mr. Bailey come down yet? Oh, he's probably going to sleep all day. We talked until 2 in the morning. Good talk.
Mr. Bailey's already been down. He gulped some coffee, raced for the train, and said he'd a lot to do.
On a Saturday? Ken's getting ambitious on me. Maybe I'll go in and help him out.
Mr. Moretti's secretary called.
And?
Said to be in the lobby of the Schubert Theater, 7:30 sharp. What are you going to see?
Nothing. Ken, you snuck out early. Getting ambitious, aren't we? And make sure the Gribbetts' guardianship is put back at least 3 weeks. Ken was so excited about getting that guardianship. Did it all on his own. Can't believe it's only 3 months since. Oh, I want the papers on the BK trustee ship sent to me in Acapulco. Airmail, Federal Express, whatever it takes to get to me overnight.
You sure you don't want to take me to Acapulco? It is a bar convention. You should have a secretary. I swear, I won't enjoy it.
Maybe I shouldn't go.
Your plane ticket's just arrived.
And my tourist card, what
In
about...
your wallet, which is in your handbag, with your traveler's checks, pesos, and dollars.
And the cab will pick you up at home. 7:30 tomorrow morning sharp.
I don't want to leave Joshua.
Oh, go home. Your family's waiting.
My family has shrunken terribly. It's true. There are hibiscus petals on the water. I swear this whole place is for honeymooners who don't want to leave their rooms, or for unmarrieds who can't leave their rooms.
And what delights today?
Well, let's see. This afternoon we have one U.S. Circuit Court judge, one professor from the Sorbonne, and New York State's venerable senior Senator Jonathan Wilkins. I think I'll go just to hear Wilkins. He's marvelous.
And tonight a little cruising?
No. No, I do not intend to cruise.
Too bad.
Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you very much.
U.S. Senator Patrick Wilkins is to be our next speaker. Unfortunately, he had to withdraw. However, a colleague, a distinguished member of the New York Bar, has flown down here to substitute for him. I give you the dynamic and meteoric junior senator from New York, chairman of the Subcommittee on Organized Crime, the Honorable Adam Warner.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. Your instinct to walk out was correct. I bored myself. Joshua's our son, isn't he?
He's my son. You were merely the father. How did you get in here?
I told the bellman we were together. He believed me.
You are convincing.
That boy. I need to know about my son.
All right, Adam. I'll tell you about things. I had your son.
You never told me. Why?
I was not about to tear you in two. I would have ended up with a lesser part. So would have Mary Beth. You would have tried to be everything to both of us and disintegrated. Adam, you're not strong enough to give up anything. So I gave you up. We both prospered.
I still want my son.
You want everything.
Whatever happened to my girl from Kelso, Washington? What?
She went away. Like Joshua. Like our son says. All gone, Mommy. Look, all gone.
Please, Jennifer, a friend of mine loaned me his boat. We can do the harbor. It's a lovely motor sail.
That's nice.
You'll love it. I have to go to a reception for me first.
You want me to get ready?
You'd be bored stiff.
I see.
At the yacht club after 10. I'll wait for you there.
Don't wait, Adam.
Don't close me down, Jennifer. Not yet. Meet me there. Jen?
think I still love you, but I don't think I can meet you. You're a good senator, you know. But you're not a great senator. You should have been a great senator. Why?
Because Mary Beth's eyes don't dance like yours.
Oh, I love you more and more.
Is you still the one? The fellow who stands you up and breaks your heart?
I'll never let you go.
Do you really believe it?
Let me try.
Please don't negotiate us out of not a bill going to conference.
Damn it, I'm too bright to lose you again. I'm too normal to lose my son. So no more goodbyes. You won't go away forever again. To get back to the hotel. I have to be back in Washington tonight. And you?
I'll be here a few more days.
I'll call you.
Of course.
Welcome home, Miss Parker. Mr. Moretti is waiting to see you.
Louis, I've just got
Mr. Moretti said it was a family matter. Something about the heirs of Frank Jackson.
Just where is Mr. Moretti?
I like your son, girl. Because I also like you pale. I love this place. I ran in here once when I was a kid. I don't remember why. I think everyone was chasing me. Dark and light at the same time. Calms my nerves.
What is this about the heirs of Frank Jackson?
I've never seen you in the sun. The real hot sun. Never seen you swim. Yeah, I've seen you nude, but not naked.
I have to go home.
You must never leave me again.
Michael, I intend to be free of you.
How is Joshua?
He's fine. I talk to him every day from Acapulco.
You gotta be real careful. He's a fine fella. I loved holding him. He sensed, you know, that I saved his life. You save a person's life, you know, you got two obligations. I mean, always one from the person you saved, but the other, it's more important. I don't save a life and then desert it. I must always protect Joshua from the heirs of Frank Jackson. The boy is famous now. But right out there in the dark, there's people that follow these matters. I want to put the boy into my protection.
Michael, are you the heir of Frank Jackson? The true heir?
You're speaking of revenge, and I'm talking of love.
What is it that you really want? What can I give you to keep you gentle?
Title. Free and clear.
What about us Taylor, Lewis?
Van Bergen. 49th and 3rd. Buys a lot of shirts there, too.
Oh, fine side. Yeah, you're improving. You got the blueprints on his house?
Yeah.
Has he got a mistress?
No mistress.
Wrong. You saw his mistress with him in Acapulco. You saw my property in his bed.
He does run.
Really?
Monday, Tuesday, and Friday runs 3 miles along the East River, ending up at 78th Street overpass. Does some stretching exercises.
Did you find the prospect?
Nobody I really like yet. A man must be brought in from out of country. We need a reliable foreigner.
That's a real tough contract, Lewis.
Well, I'm working on it. There's no emergency.
Oh, every day there's an emergency. I'm gonna keep it local.
That's a mistake, Mr. Moretti.
Why? I'll save some money.
Don't hire some cheap hood. Never pays.
Well, you calling me a cheap hood?
No, please. This man is a United States Senator. They'll never stop looking.
I'm perfect for him.
Why? Why you, Mr. Moretti?
I want him dead more than I want myself alive. And that's the picture of a perfect killer.
I appreciate this, Counselor.
Counselor?
Attention, please. In 15 minutes, we will be having a lecture on the prehistory of Manhattan Island.
Prehistory of Manhattan Island. You can make book the dinosaurs were on the take.
Okay, Koufax, I've messed up an entire morning schedule. What's so crucial to my interests?
Miss Parker, you know all about me, huh?
Enough.
I am not in the boom-boom business.
Oh?
No. I do not engage in acts of violence, nor do I work with people who do.
Why plead your case to me, Colfax? Not a government agency, a crusading reporter. Not even much of a citizen these days.
Michael Moretti's putting out a contract on Adam Warner. I will not have our business damaged by a lovesick madman.
Why come to me?
Both of your men, Adam Warner and Michael Moretti.
My men?
Your men, Miss Parker. Your responsibility.
I despised Michael Moretti.
I despised a woman once with that same kind of intensity. I ended up by crawling at her like a dog, carrying her slippers in my mouth, barking on command. I was finally able to stand up at her funeral. Now, we don't want Adam Warner hurt. We don't want anyone hurt. It's terrible for business. I suggest you stop this intended assassination in any way you can.
What about you? Why can't you stop it?
Michael Moretti still has great reservoirs of affection within our industry. We're not ready to move against him now. As for Adam Warner, we can handle him politically. But you take care of his life. You take care of his life now.
Look, I'm not a professional pest. I'm a friend, or trying to be. I've put in 3 calls to Senator Warner. No, I cannot tell you what it's about. It's personal. Then can I have his number in New York? All right, I see. Please, it is urgent that he call me.
Mayor's rapping the president again. He's still not going to get any more money from Washington.
So he raps. The president still thinks he's a lux.
I think the mayor was...
Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, Mr. DeSalva, but your secretary and your chief of personnel said you've been tied up for days.
Sit down.
Good idea.
Morning, Ben.
Want some coffee?
No, thank you. Adam Warner is going to be murdered.
By who?
The contract will come from Moretti.
Oh, no.
Now, why does Moretti intend to do away with Senator Warner?
Because of me. Michael Moretti has an obsession about me.
So do I. But I'm not about to order the murder of Adam Warner because of it.
Where does this information come from?
From close associates.
Anything specific? When, where, how?
I have nothing yet.
Have you contacted Senator Warner?
I've tried, but I can't reach him.
Yeah? He's very busy. With crime.
Jennifer, this is all ridiculous. Michael Moretti's a problem, granted, but no one in his right mind would consider Moretti a murderer or a potential murderer.
We're all potential murderers, Ben. Take Miss Parker for a moment on the subject of me. Or take me for a moment on the subject of Miss Parker. The state is awash with heroes, ambitious heroes. Why me? Why me again, Parker?
Firstly, you despise Michael Moretti, and you're an able man, perhaps the ablest in New York. You're going to do nothing? You're going to sit there and grin at me with your dead eyes and do nothing?
I am going to do what has to be done.
You're not really going to listen to her, Chief.
She's a citizen with information about a potential homicide. I'll handle it, Parker.
I think you will handle it. You're more than fair. Thank you for listening to me. Bye, Ben. Sorry to interrupt your breakfast.
Chief, Jennifer Parker's thrown you 100 curves. She's a walking health hazard. I really hate to see you get into this.
Who's getting into it? The lady has humiliated me for the last time. Moretti putting out a contract on a United States senator. And I'm supposed to believe her.
Yes? Moretti? Oh, tell him that... Never mind. I'd better talk to him myself. Hello, Michael. Yes. A civilized ending? What are you talking about? All right. Where? 7 o'clock. Bye.
You Lewis? Oh, we're expecting Miss Parker. If I'm not back when she arrives, she waits. Understand, Lewis? She waits. Understood. What kind of dog is that?
Pain in the butt dog. Come on, Bert.
Sure you can handle this? The currents down here are pretty fierce.
True.
Thanks, Mr. Moretti.
You understand, we never met.
You think I'm crazy?
Oh. You're not crazy. So if it don't work out today, we'll try again.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Hi, Senator.
Hi.
Good to see you out among the populace.
Can't get elected with these crowds.
Now I'm sorry I didn't vote for you.
What?
You got great legs and a cute behind.
He did say 7. He's never kept me waiting before. Michael's very good about time.
He is.
Is Mr. Moretti all right, Louis?
He's very good. And you must wait. There's no argument, Miss Parker. You wait.
Just where is Mr. Moretti? Louis, where is Michael? I know you know. Louis, if something happens to Adam Warner, you'll go up. I swear to you, you'll go up as an accessory before, during, and after. I'll put you away for life plus forever. You'll be buried behind a brick wall with nobody there who'll even remember you were born. Now, where is Moretti? Can't you change lanes? Look, there's a space. I've got to get there.
Help us!
But she's been in surgery for 5 hours.
Well, she's lost a great deal of blood.
Should have been my blood.
Look, it's going to be at least 4 more hours. I'll let you know.
She has no right to make it.
What do you mean, no right? I said, what do you mean, no right?
She wanted you, Adam. I warned her. I kept warning her. I sent her notes. I even tried to hurt her, but she kept on seeing you. I thought she would go away, but she didn't. The final straw was her meeting you after she promised to let you go. She lied. She was trying to steal my life, Adam.
Beth, she stole nothing. There was really nothing to steal.
I couldn't lose you. Don't you see, Adam? All my life I've tried to be somebody. And I've been nothing but a beautifully dressed mannequin. Please, Adam, please. You can be president of the United States one day. And I can watch.
5 minutes, Senator. You're Miss Parker's first visitor.
We almost lost you.
I'm pretty tough, Adam.
I've been here every day.
They told me. Most of those flowers are yours, aren't they? Your party's all charged up. You're a hero.
One dead Moretti does not a hero make.
I think Michael wanted me to come over that night so he could tell me he'd killed you. I think he wanted to announce you were dead. He thought I would sit there docilely and wait for him.
He didn't know you at all, did he?
I think he knew a great deal about me. The papers say your party has celestial plans for you. Yep. That's what they say. They also say that you might be put on the Foreign Relations Committee. That's very prestigious, isn't it?
I guess so.
Mary Beth must be very proud of you. I'm going to tell Joshua one day.
What are you going to tell him?
Lots of things. Lots of magical things.
And now what? After the hospital, after your convalescence, are you going to take over New York? Even DeSalvo would hire you again.
Oh, boy. DeSalva. Believe me, you were next to dead once I asked him to help save your life. Come here. Come here, Senator. Don't look so miserable. You don't have to love me anymore.
But I do.
It's all right. You loved me once, and that's fine. I'm the past. A vivid one, granted. But I'm an old love, Adam. And an old love can be a very dear one. Like you'll always be to me.
Jenny, my unique and special love.
It's all right, Adam. It's all right.
Jennifer Parker, you are the most distinguished person I have ever met.
This goes to the thrift shop. They can get at least $50 for it.
So can I.
You're not a needy person.
I will be.
Stop complaining. You've got a 6-month termination bonus and enough recommendations that should make you at least the president of something. That goes to Kelso, and that goes to...
We got it, ma'am. That goes to Father Ryan's parish.
Right. I'm never going to move again. I am going to squat in Washington State and never move again.
I still can't believe that you're going. Giving up everything.
I'll do all right at home. Joshua and I will do just fine.
Don't go.
Stop that.
Okay, go. Who needs you?
You New Yorkers. Just plain jelly in the crunch.
I'll get it.
Mrs. Mackey, watch the time. We're getting close.
We're almost ready.
What a mess. So, you're off?
Hi, Father Ryan. Come to help move furniture or rip off some?
Take anything you have. We're a parish that converts anything and everything.
I'll get Joshua and Mrs. Mackey ready.
I have a tough one.
No. I'm going home.
You are home.
Father Ryan, I'm through here. All finished. I'm going home. Joshua and I are heading west where we belong.
This case is special.
No.
Well, at least hear me out. Maybe you could stay on a little longer and then go.
Father Ryan, don't con a con artist. It won't help.
The girl is 14. She's a mess. But if they put her away now, she'll be like Joan of Arc compared to what she'll come out as.
No.
Jennifer, if you could just meet her once, I could bring her out here.
No, please don't. Promise me.
But Jennifer, you're the best lawyer in the world for this case.
I am always the best lawyer in the world for this case.
She's such a